Adam Walsh, America's Lost Child. In the summer of 1981, a single moment in a Florida mall shattered a family and transformed a nation. 6-year-old Adam Walsh vanished without a trace from a place meant for joy and safety. His abduction and brutal murder exposed chilling vulnerabilities in everyday spaces and revealed a system unprepared to protect its most innocent. The desperate search for Adam and the grief of his parents sparked a movement to safeguard children. Yet haunting questions remain, leaving behind a legacy of unresolved mysteries that linger to this day. The day Adam vanished. On July 27, 1981, in Hollywood, Florida, Revé Walsh took Adam to Sears in the Hollywood Mall for an errand. Adam, curious and trusting, saw an Atari 2600 display in the toy aisle where kids played video games. He asked to stay and watch. Revé, trusting the busy store, left him for 10 minutes to check a lamp sale nearby. When she returned, Adam was gone from the exact spot. Revé searched the aisles herself, calling his name loudly. Store employees paged Adam over the intercom repeatedly. A security guard had shooed older boys from the gaming area for roughhousing just minutes earlier. Adam, shy and obedient, likely followed them out through a side exit. That exit led directly to the sprawling parking lot with hundreds of cars. Hollywood police were called within 15 minutes of Revé's report, but they didn't lock down the mall immediately. They didn't search nearby streets or canvass witnesses right away. Hours passed with no trace of the boy in the red-striped shirt. Revé and her husband John, who rushed from work, faced growing fear as night fell. A place meant for families had become the site of a nightmare. The Walshes' desperate search. John Walsh arrived at the mall within 30 minutes of the call and took charge immediately. He organized store employees into search teams to comb every aisle and storage room. Revé handed out flyers with Adam's photo to every shopper leaving the mall. The couple drove through the parking lot for hours, shouting Adam's name out car windows. John contacted local radio stations by 6 p.m. to broadcast Adam's description nationwide. Volunteers arrived and formed human chains to search nearby woods and canals. The Walshes rented a helicopter the next morning to fly over Hollywood and surrounding areas. Revé appeared on local TV news that first night, pleading directly to the camera for Adam's return. John called every hospital within 100 miles to check for accident victims. They set up a command center in their home with maps and phone lines. Friends printed 10,000 missing posters by dawn on July 28th. The FBI was notified by July 28th afternoon, but coordination lagged. Revé refused to sleep, staring at Adam's toys for clues. John quit his job temporarily to focus solely on the search. For 14 straight days, the Walshes led nonstop efforts, fueled by hope he was still alive. Their exhaustion grew, but they never stopped believing Adam would walk through the door. A grim discovery. On August 10, 1981, 2 fishermen pulled a severed head from a drainage canal near Vero Beach. The canal was 130 miles north of Hollywood, in rural Indian River County. Dental records from Adam's recent checkup confirmed the identity within hours. The medical examiner determined death by asphyxiation from strangulation. This happened likely 2 to 5 days after the abduction on July 27th. The rest of Adam's small body was never recovered from the muddy water. John and Revé received the call at home and collapsed in shock. They drove to Vero Beach immediately to identify him formally. The canal site was overgrown with weeds and isolated from roads. Hollywood police arrived but didn't secure the area properly at first. Potential evidence like tire tracks washed away in the rain. Witnesses at the mall had reported a blue van speeding away that afternoon. Others saw a suspicious man near the Sears exit carrying a bag. Police barely interviewed these people in the first week. The investigation file grew disorganized with duplicate reports. National media swarmed the canal, turning grief into headlines. The Walshes buried Adam's head on August 13th in a small Hollywood cemetery. Public donations poured in for a reward fund reaching $100,000, but leads dried up fast without solid evidence. The case shifted from missing child to confirmed homicide. Ottis Toole's confession. In October 1983, Ottis Toole confessed to Adam's murder while imprisoned in Jacksonville for arson. He claimed that he saw Adam standing alone in the Sears parking lot around 12:30 p.m. on July 27th. Toole said he lured the boy with promises of toys and candy. He drove Adam north in his black 1971 Cadillac to a remote lot. There, Toole strangled Adam during an argument over the games. He then dismembered the body with a knife from his trunk. Toole dumped the head in the Vero Beach Canal on August 5th. His partner, Henry Lee Lucas, was in the car and watched silently. Toole's history included killing 6 other children in similar ways. He matched details like the canal's exact location and water depth. But Toole recanted the confession 2 weeks later, citing police coercion. Lucas first corroborated the story and denied it in 1984. Hollywood police impounded Toole's Cadillac in 1983 for tests. Bloodstains found inside matched Adam's type, but samples degraded. A carpet sample from the trunk went missing in evidence storage. Toole gave 5 more confessions through 1985, each slightly different. Detectives visited him 19 times in prison. When Toole died of liver failure on September 15, 1996, at age 49, the case felt unresolved. In 2008, Police Chief Chadwick Wagner officially named Toole as Adam's killer. Was Ottis Toole guilty? The Adam Walsh case inspired many theories debated in true crime media. Toole gave detailed confessions with street and canal markers, but recanted 6 times. Serial killers in the 1980s often confessed falsely for meals or transfers. Some detectives suspected Lucas drove the car while Toole killed Adam. Witnesses reported a blue van, but no plates were recorded, and police never found it. Another lead focused on an unidentified man known only as John Doe, who was seen hugging young boys near the Sears entrance. He vanished before sketches circulated. At the time, Jeffrey Dahmer lived less than 2 miles from the mall. A Sears clerk insisted she saw Dahmer's face near the toy aisle that day. Dahmer abducted his first victim weeks later, using similar luring tactics. He never mentioned Adam, and DNA from the canal was too degraded to test. Some theorize a local pedophile ring used the mall as a hunting ground. Toole's niece said on his deathbed he admitted faking parts for attention. Retired Detective Joe Matthews re-examined files in 1996 and found Toole's hotel receipt from July 26th. Online forums like Reddit's Unresolved Mysteries estimate about a 40% likelihood that Dahmer was involved. The 1980s satanic panic biased cops toward drifters like Toole. A 2011 documentary claimed police planted the blood evidence. These debates keep the case trending with 2 million Google searches yearly. No single theory has proof, fueling endless speculation. A family's fight. Adam's murder forced John Walsh to quit his hotel job for advocacy full-time. In September 1981, he founded the Adam Walsh Outreach Center in Hollywood. It helped 200 missing kids in its first year alone. Revé Walsh led volunteer hotlines for parent tips. In 1982, they lobbied Congress for the Missing Children's Act. President Reagan signed it on October 12, 1982, creating FBI databases. When America's Most Wanted premiered on Fox in 1988, its very first episode opened with Adam's story. Viewer tips from the show led to 1,173 captures by 2020. Revé had personally trained more than 5,000 store managers on how to enforce Code Adam by 1985. Walmart adopted it nationwide in 1984 after their meeting. The program saved 1,200 kids in its first decade. John hosted 1,000 episodes, rejecting $10 million in offers to quit. In 2003, they pushed the PROTECT Act for harsher penalties. The 2006 Adam Walsh Act passed with 410-0 House votes. It built a 50-state sex offender registry, tracking 900,000 people. Revé spoke at 300 schools yearly on stranger danger. Their book, Tears of Rage, sold 500,000 copies in 1997. The Walshes visited 40 states for rallies by 1990. Their grief never faded. But they saved thousands of lives, unanswered questions and legacy. In the end, the questions never stopped. Why Adam? And why were key pieces of evidence mishandled or even destroyed? Without DNA evidence, Revé still cannot accept the truth with certainty. John accepted the ruling for peace. But their fight changed America. Before Adam vanished, American malls had no emergency protocols for missing children. Stores simply assumed each parent was responsible for their own kid. There was no lockdown command, no intercom code, and no mandatory police response. Adam's case exposed how unprepared the entire country was and forced leaders to admit the system itself was broken. Adam was small, missing a front tooth, and proudly learning to write his name in block letters. He loved baseball cards and matchbox cars. His parents still keep his tiny school drawings. For millions, Adam became every child who wanders a few steps too far in a store. One child's story cut abductions by 65% and reshaped national child safety laws. It changed police response protocols and protected millions who never knew his name. Because of him, countless children made it back home. But still, kids disappear every day, and each deserves the protection Adam never got. We owe them that much. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, your like or subscription would truly encourage me to keep going.